Okay, hey guys. So happy Thanksgiving, first of all. If you're joining me right now, I am doing my live movie reviews for King Richard and Bruised, which I literally just got done watching. Well, not literally, but a few hours ago, I done watching Bruised, and I saw King Richard a few days ago. So I just thought, hey, why not just jump on stream really quickly and give my takes on the movies. So let's start with Bruised, because that's one I literally just saw, so it's fresh in my mind. Um, so this movie was directed by Halle Berry, and it was distributed and released on Netflix. So it is streaming on Netflix right now. So go check it out if you haven't yet. It's pretty good, but grade wise, I would probably give it like maybe like a low B, like a B minus, yeah, B minus for Bruised. Um, this movie was, I mean, how do I say this? There's a lot, you can tell there's a lot of hard work and effort being put into this movie, and I honestly was impressed. Um, to me, it's not like a terrible movie. It's not a particularly great movie. Um, it has problems. There's a lot of problems, and it is one of the most cliched sports underdog movies I've ever seen. But honestly, at this point, up to this point in my life, I've seen a lot of underdog sports movies like this, so that's not really necessarily a bad thing, nor is it a good thing. Um, but yeah, so but getting back to the movie, I found it interesting that this film was directed by Halle Berry, who some of you guys might remember won the Oscar for Best Actress almost 20 years ago. Um, and I feel honestly like this might be her best work since then. Whether or not I agree whether she actually deserved to win for Monsters Ball, that's besides the point. The point I'm saying is that she actually, as a director, Halle Berry is actually pretty competent. And as an actress, she is quite talented. I mean, she did win the Oscar for a reason, but she's quite talented here. Um, the way she you know, composes things, photographs things, tells a story. Very, very competently done. There's no real big gripes or anything like that about it. I thought she handled everything well. I thought she directed it well. Um, as an actor, as an actress, I thought she did a good job as well. Um, you know, it's impressive to know that she directed this because there's a lot of and acted in it because there's a lot of physical. It's a very physical role. It's very kind of visceral movie. Um, and basically, the premise revolves around a sort of washed up MMA fighter played by Halle Berry who, started going from job to job and is kind of in a low place in her life. Like I said, she used to be an MMA fighter, but she lost. And so because of that, she kind of, her career kind of fizzled out and, so it's taken her to where she is now. Um, and then eventually her mom shows up. Her mom enters the picture, and she literally drops off her kid. Halle Berry has a kid in this movie, so she drops off the kid with her and says, "Hey, this is your kid. His father is dead. I can't raise him. You take care of him." So that's basically you know that sort of but that's basically just like one part of the story. First of all, this is a long movie. This is like over 2 hours. It's a pretty long movie. I was never bored though. It's a good movie. Right? Yeah, I would say it's a little more than average film. But it's good. And and so basically, Halle Berry is stuck with a kid. She and the kid are sort of living with Halle Berry's, I guess, her boyfriend at this time, whatever. This like her former manager or something like that, who's also washed up. He's not really doing so well in life, so they're both sort of kind of losers in life. But then eventually they go to this underground. They go to this underground fight or whatever, and Halle Berry's character, she gets in a fight with one of these really big tough girls there, and she beats the crap out of her. And then there's this other boxer promoter guy there who sees the fight there, and he offers Halle Berry's character an invitation to compete and possibly regain her MMA fighting career. So he offers her a chance to participate in a professional competition. She gets to train in his gym, and then ultimately that's where she meets this woman who becomes sort of her unofficial, her basically official trainer. So, basically, yeah, she trains, she bonds with her son. A few things happen here and there. I don't want to necessarily spoil the whole movie, but it is quite good. I will say that, I didn't know anything about this movie going in. I knew that, I knew that Halle Berry was in it. I'd heard that she directed it, and like I said, I going in, my expectations were kind of low because I think Halle Berry doesn't always choose the right scripts, but yeah, and here she did a pretty good job. Um, so I think this might be her comeback. I honestly think so. I do think it is her best work since Monsters Ball, which is sad because that was like 20 years ago. But I feel like she does a good job, and I do feel like if you have Netflix or whatever, and you have some time, this Thanksgiving holiday or whatever, you should definitely check it out. It's definitely worth watching. I wish I could say more, but that would sort of give a lot away. I will say that I was impressed by Halle Berry's performance. I was impressed by her directing. On the negative side, like I said before, it is a very cliched movie. So if you've ever seen any sort of sports underdog movie ever, then you're definitely going to know what happens here. It's got sort of a bit of Rocky to it, kind of like 8 Mile, that sort of typical sports underdog story to it. But with Halle Berry as an MMA fighter, she does a really good job. Um, and acting side too, and as not just acting, but like as a physical performer, she does a really good job too. You can tell, she got in shape for it. She worked out. She trained with other actual MMA fighters and whatnot, and she knows she does a good job. Does a really good job in this movie. I was impressed. So yeah, for that reason, I give it a low B, or like a B minus. Okay. So the next film I'm going to review is King Richard, starring Will Smith, Anjanou Ellis, and what's his name? John Bernthal from The Punisher. Gosh damn, I don't know how you say the guy's name. Hang on, I'm gonna look up his name really quickly. Richard. Richard. Let's see. Okay, so the director's name is Ronaldo Marcus Green. Um, and yeah, and I don't remember who released this movie. I think it might have been Warner Brothers. I don't know. But it's available. It's available now. I think it's also streaming on HBO Max and it's in theaters. Now there's been a lot of Oscar talk about this film, particularly about the performances like Anjanou Ellis and Will Smith. And I have to say, after watching this movie, I agree with it. I think at the very least they'll both get nominated for lead actor and supporting actress. I thought particularly Will Smith. Will Smith seems to sort of really excel in these kinds of roles. They sort of like based on a true story, based on a true person, because he does a really good job. He does a really good job, not only in like the mannerisms, but like his sort of his whole dedication to the role. Um, it's a very good movie. Unlike Bruised, I think obviously I don't know if Bruised is based on a true story or not, but King Richard is based on a true story. It's actually about the father of the Williams sisters, Venus and Serena, who are two of the most accomplished and talented tennis players of all time. Um, and so and so this story is, well, it does feature them in it, or the characters of Venus and Serena. Like I said, it's about Richard. It's about their father. And I'm not the biggest tennis fan, so I don't know a whole lot about the Williams sisters. I do know who they are. I did know who they were growing up. Who they are, and but I didn't know anything about their father. I knew even less about him. So it was really nice to see this movie because that got me a little bit more interested in his story and how much of it was factual and whatnot. Because I mean, if what they say is true, then this guy was a dedicated father, right? He wasn't just a typical gold digging dad or whatever, a showbiz parent who's trying to take advantage of his kid for money. No, I mean, there was money, obviously, but he also, according to this movie, he knew how to prioritize things, especially for his girls. So what impressed me was that he placed family, the importance of family, and sort of having a normal childhood for his daughters and his family, over fame and success and all that stuff. And so that point is hammered in a lot throughout this movie, but it's a very good movie. I wouldn't be surprised if Will Smith gets nominated or even wins. Will Smith has been in the game for a few decades now. He's getting older, but I feel like he does probably maybe even his best work in this film. Um, and so yeah, a solid film, a solid film all around. Go check it out. It's in theaters right now. You can also check it out on HBO Max. Um, like I said with Bruised, it's more entertaining than Bruised, but at the same time, Bruised is definitely R rated, whereas King Richard's I think is PG-13. Yeah, it's PG-13. So it's more of a family film than Bruised is, but Bruised is also very good. They're both good underdog stories, different underdog stories, but they both sort of chronicle the human spirit and what it's like to sort of come from, you know what I mean? I guess, so like humble beginnings to ultimately, chasing your dream and, being the best version of yourself that you can be. And I think both movies hammer that point in quite differently, which is very interesting to see. But I think they're both really entertaining. I think they're both worth your time. And yeah, so grade wise, I would give King Richard a B, a solid B, because while it is a little bit long, it's a biopic, so no surprise there, but it is quite good. I enjoyed it. I wasn't really bored throughout it, and Will Smith gives a great performance. He still got it. So anyway, those are my sort of quick reviews on those two films. Go check them out. They're both pretty good, and yeah. So I will see you guys on the next video, and yeah, like, comment, subscribe, like this video, like, and I will see you guys later. Bye bye.